Welcome to Full Speed Racing, where this week we're at Snetterton for the finale of the F3 Cup. But first we have action from the Touch of Mojo Mark II Golf GTI Championship. This, the penultimate round of the season for the very, very popular championship for the German cars. You'll be able to watch the final round next week on Motors TV. So this is how they line up, with Harry Volkard in pole position. Jason Tingle shares the front row with him. They're both in the faster Class 2 16-valve cars. Also got then heading up Class 1 for the 8-valve cars. That's Andrew Aldridge, and he is well clear of Paul Cowell, second in the class from Alex Nuttall. As ever, a huge field assembled as we get ready for the start here at Snetterton. The red lights are on, the revs rise, outgun lights, and away go the field. And it's a rocket start from the third row of the grid as they all sprint on towards Riches for the first time asking. It's James Bark who's trying to squeeze through, but it's Jason Tingle who leads into Riches for the first time. Everybody else following through behind. It's getting a little bit congested in the midfield. There's Chris Skipp, the black 74 car, as somebody goes flying off. It's James Bark, I think, and also Jamie Martin bouncing across the grass as well. Martin leading the Class 2 Championship does not want that this weekend. They all go a little bit sideways through Montreal. It's a chilly and blustery day here at Snetterton. One or two of them may just be caught out on cold tires. At the front of the field, though, a great scrap beginning to emerge between Jason Tingle, Dan Gibbs and Harry Volkard. But look at this, the first of the cars running in Class 1, mixing with the Class 2 runners. Jamie Martin looking to recover as well as the leaders arrive into Agostini. If you look back, number 95 car, that's the blue and grey car, Andrew Aldridge, he leads Class 1. He also leads the championship overall, coming to the final two rounds of the year. It's out of Agostini, on towards Hamilton they come, and it's still Jason Tingle who leads the way, although Dan Gibbs challenges into Oggies, and through he goes. It's Gibbs who takes the lead. Tingle down to second and possibly third, because former World Touring Car Championship racer Harry Volkard looking to squeeze through as well, as they head out of Williams and onto the Bentley straight for the first time. Oh, but we've got problems behind, and it's contact between Matthew Weller and Tim Cox, and both of them planted firmly in the middle of the road. They could well bring out the safety car if not a red flag here. Meanwhile, the rest of the field pound down the Bentley straight on towards Brundle Nelson. Is that a problem there for Andrew Aldridge? He lets Jamie Martin past him very easily into Brundle, around Nelson on towards the bomb hole. It's Aldridge to watch for, and he does pull off. Andrew Aldridge pulls off the road, and mechanical trouble for the championship leader. But will he get a reprieve? Because Tim Cox, Matthew Weller survey the damage somewhat disconsolately. Two Golfs looking very sorry for themselves. The red flag comes out. Let's have another look at it. And this was the move, first of all, for the lead of the race. Dan Gibbs to the inside of Jason Tingle. Well, Tingle avoids the tangle, but he gets pressurised by Harry Volkard just behind. Then there's the spin from Weller, sitting in the middle of the road. Bang! Tim Cox enters stage right, and unfortunately they are out of the race. Well, the car's ready for the restart, and there is Andrew Aldridge, who has got the car repaired in the intervening pause while the damage was cleared up. So we'll go for it once more. Out go the lights, and it's a great start from Jason Tingle. Harry Volkard goes away with him. Dan Gibbs also fast starting. Andrew Aldridge about to be released from the pit lane. He joins the fray as it's Tingle who turns into Riches at the head of the field. Then it's Gibbs and Volkard side by side. Chris Skipp looking to challenge around the outside of Jake Johnson in the midfield, and then the Class 1 runners all busy jostling for position as out of Montreal Tingle leads the way, trying to pull clear in these early stages. That's what he really needs to try and do. So Adrian Ward looks to try and build his advantage ahead of Class 1. Out of Palmer and on towards Agostini. Dan Witts coming under pressure from Chris Skipp. Skipp in the black car, and Jamie Martin, the orange machine, number 1 car, having a much better first lap this time around. And Jamie Martin stands an outside chance of taking the overall championship this weekend. He needs really to have two very good races. I hope Andrew Aldridge meets trouble. Well, Aldridge has already encountered difficulties. Let's see whether or not Andrew can go out through the order. In the meantime, though, ahead of the field, Jason Tingle and Harry Volkard trying to pull clear of Dan Gibbs. Then it's the orange car, Jamie Martin, in 4th position. He's got the rest of the pack all snapping at his heels. remainder of the top 10 placings. Still down Wits, coming under pressure. This time it's Randy Wards, and Jake Johnson is down the Bentley straight, and Volkard looks to challenge Jason Tingle for the lead of the race. Through Brundler Nelson, the pair of them head, both of them riding over the curbs, sprinting towards the bomb hole. Didn't really get here at racing speed in the first attempt, but through the bomb hole they come this time, on three wheels, on towards Coram Curve, and Volkard looks to challenge. He's got the inside line, and through he goes at Coram, into the lead of the race, but will he be able to hold it? Tingle challenging to the outside, but Volkard goes through and is able to hold the lead through Murray's, sprinting onto the centre straight, through to complete what's been a very lively and entertaining lap. In the meantime, it's getting very busy amongst the class run runners, as it's Matthew Pett taking a bit of a lurid ride across the grass. Simon Tomlinson part of that scrap as well. Paul Cowland too, as they all negotiate Coram Curve. Group of cars headed at the moment by Brian Passmore. That's we're in the sky blue machine, though running out wide and maybe into trouble there, Brian Passmore, because he slows dramatically, allows the rest of them through. Leading the way in Class 1. Adrian Ward behind, though, is getting very, very frantic as 18 Tomlinson to the outside of Paul Cowland, who's stuck in the middle, and Alex Nuttall diving to the inside, and Nuttall takes 2 places in one corner. Super move that from Nuttall, the Isotech kart seat back car. As meanwhile, Jason Tingle looks to challenge Harry Volkard for the overall race lead and takes it. So Volkard demoted, Tingle leads the way. Meanwhile, the good scrap shaping up for third position here, because Dan Gibbs has got Jamie Martin looming large on his tail. They've also got Chris Skipp, who is closing quite rapidly here. Far from a rubbish performance this from Skipp, and he is within an outside shot here of getting himself onto the podium. In the meantime, the leading Chuo busy doing battle through Murray's. It's now the turn of Volkard to see what sort of slipstream he can extract from the tail of Jason Tingle. As we have a look at the recovery drive of Andrew Aldridge, he's already in pursuit and past Simon Tomlinson. This is really impressive stuff from Aldridge, who has been working frantically to get that car repaired since the red flag. To lead the race, it's still Tingle from Volkard. Then Jamie Martin is up into third position. Dan Gibbs has been shuffled down the order. It's Chris Skipp as well, who has moved into fourth. Challenging, though, Jamie Martin. Simon Gustafson also joining in the mix. He's in the bright red number 9 car. And we've got Dan Gibbs, who's next along. So Andy Warnes in Carvel, not too far back either. And has Jamie Martin got the problem? He's very, very slow coming out of Agostini. And through goes Chris Skipp in third position. Gustafson and Gibbs following through. And this could be pivotal for the championship in the Touch of Mojo Mark II Golf GTI Championship, because if Jamie Martin doesn't get a good points-paying finish, it looks very unlikely that he will, then that really swings the advantage back to Andrew Aldridge to claim the overall crown. Alex Nuttall, meanwhile, right in the thick of the action, trying to squeeze through. He's helped by a spin almost in front of him from Peter Bray-Spicer. Nuttall should gain the place on the centre straight. Getting late into the race now, and still Harry Volkard pressurising Jason Tingle. We've lost Jamie Martin from the fray. As I was saying, that gives Volkard an outside shot now at claiming the Class 2 crown. Therefore, he is anxious to get past Tingle if he possibly can, and he sells Tingle the dummy into Agostini. The pair of them lean on each other as they come out of the hairpin, sprint on towards Hamilton. It's Volkard who's got the inside line, though, and he should go through. He gets his nose in front by the braking zone, and through into the lead of the race goes Harry Volkard. Jason Tingle demoted into second position. Tingle is rapidly running out of time here, and corners, which surprise himself up the order. In the meantime, we see another place gained from Andrew Aldridge. This time he moves clear of Alex Nuttall. Now that is going to bring him in to the overall Class 1 podium. So very, very impressive stuff this from Aldridge. The rest of them still continues to do battle. This is the beauty of this championship. So wherever you look, there is a fairly ferocious dice underway. Not more so than the battle for the lead of the race as Volkard heads out of Nelson on towards the bomb hole. This Carvel Motorsport prepared car, he's got 3 or so car lengths. Advantage over Jason Tingle. Tingle, though, flings the Golf through the bomb hole onto Coram Curve. The pair of them head. Good advantage too over Chris Skipp as they come into Murray's then for the final time. I don't think Jason Tingle is quite close enough to Harry Volkard. The pair of them pound onto the centre straight, but it's going to be Volkard who's going to score victory here at Snetterton in the Touch of Mojo Mark II Golf GTI Championship, just over Jason Tingle. 0.6 of a second separate them at the line. You can see how delighted Harry Volkard is with that very, very hardly fought victory, with Chris Skipp completing the podium. Very, very entertaining race. Let's have a look at the final classification. So it's a victory for Volkard from Jason Tingle and Chris Skipp. Simon Gustafson in fourth from Ian Carvell. Such a disappointment for Jamie Martin not making it to the flag. It was Adrian Ward who claimed Class 1 honours. Andrew Aldridge racing himself up to second in class, with Alex Nuttall completing the class podium. Well, that's it for part one. Join us after the break with more action from Snetterton, this time from the MSV F3 Cup.